Welcome back to Grandpa's Time. Hey grandkids. Trying not to disturb some deer that I saw around here, but today I'm looking for some tinders. I already found an old cedar tree, and the bark's damp. I grabbed some of the bark. I'm looking for a live cedar tree, and I'm looking for some of that old man's beard moss that you see sometimes. Anyway, this is the country I'm in today. That noise you hear is a creek up the way there. Anyway, cut that notch, and then I kind of work that knife in, and then I'd use two hands if I was harvesting this. See how nice that peels? And that's a rookie doing it. I haven't done this in years, but and I'm just going to take that little piece for tinder. But if I was harvesting this for baskets or hats or bracelets or something, I'd take my time and I'd cut a nice even groove there, and it takes practice. That's what we're after. Preparation is key. Having all your materials gathered or built, or having everything ready, instead of like I do half the time is I get in a hurry and I do it half-assed, and then I end up struggling to get the fire going. Now, you know, depending on how many matches you have, or if you have a lighter, that's great. But if you only have a few matches, or you only have a little bit of dry tinder, you may only get, one good chance to get a fire going. When I was a kid, we'd get a fire going. We used a 3x5 piece of paper, and if you didn't get it going with a 3x5 piece of paper, you probably weren't going to get it going. So anyway, I'm going to keep cutting kindling, because I want to make sure I have enough. But I think that's a big enough pile, and I'm just going to do a basic box fire today. Natural tinder, cut kindling. So that's pretty much it. Now, keep in mind that should catch pretty quickly, and then I'll put smaller stuff on there, progressively getting larger. You don't want to put something like this on top of that, because all you're going to do is put it out. And let me show you some other stuff you don't want to use. Leaves and stuff like that. You see how wet this is, but any of this kind of stuff, it ain't going to burn. It's just going to smoke. Stuff that's green, you get a hot enough fire, everything will burn. But anything green, you don't want to use green stuff. Green stuff's going to smoke. There are cases where you would want to use green stuff, and we'll get into that in some other videos. This kind of stuff here, I mean, you hear it's dead. It breaks real easily, but it's damp. So you could put that by the fire and use it tomorrow. There's plenty of dead stuff laying here. And you get on the inside of some of that, and some of that will probably be fine, but some of this, It's not my first choice of stuff that I'd want to use, but I'd want to look for dead standing, not stuff that's laying on the ground. Anyhow, hope that gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. All the stuff will burn. You got to get past the dampness and what I really would if I was looking for a fire, if it was a survival situation, I'd be looking for some dead standing stuff. If I wasn't able to cut kindling, I'd look, I don't see anything immediately apparent right here, but you get up under these trees and a lot of times you'll find the branches are dead, and the dead branches will snap off, and they're covered by canopy, so they'll burn pretty easily. And that's what I'd use for my kindling. Dead standing. I like to give myself enough space underneath to get the natural tinder or whatever I'm using, paper or whatever you want to use, to get the kindling going. I'll show you that here. Yes. There you go.
There you go.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that cedar bark tinder.
Yeah.
Works pretty good.